Let's spring the trap. That is obviously a trap, but we gotta go in anyway.
The power to defeat the vampires is now in our hands, and that bastard Dorin has no doubt met his maker. If anyone deserved death, it is he. No one will shed a tear for his miserable life. Countless others have met the same fate by his hand. The quest is going well. We have what we need to confront the Dark Lord, and I sense Gabriel's determination to see this through. The vampires must know we have the relic, and I am sure they will move to stop us if they can.
So this is a holy water flask. It's a little less powerful than it has been in previous Castlevanias, which is kind of understandable given the fact that the Dark Crystal pretty much already fills the role of like Hydrostorm and other AoE attacks.
Sure.
So holy water is just more basically like an extremely powerful AoE burst. Not as it's like powerful but not excessive. Also, this fire is just prop fire. You can run up like right against it and it'll do nothing. You can stand like right on it.
Oh my god. This entire episode is Gabriel roasting his weenie.
They really didn't put much effort into this trap.
Low tier trap, 2 out of 10. Fred would be disappointed. Shag and Scoob not participating.
So there you go. That's the holy water. It will bring a vampire with full health pretty much down to like 10 HP, something like that. So it does not instantly kill them, but it comes pretty close. Yeah, I was thinking about saving a holy water or two for Browner, but in the end I didn't really need it. Browner is actually a really cool fight. Well, we'll see later on. Also, it was around this time that I remembered that I could somersault. I had just completely forgotten about it for like a couple of chapters.
Forgive us, there wasn't a scroll around for it.
Also, you occasionally get locked in a struggle with the vampires. There's a QTE you have to mash out of it. That's a mechanic that's kind of underdeveloped. They do a much better job of it in Lords of Shadow 2, where there's like very specific rules about what gets you into a QTE struggle.
Even the vampires are mesmerized.
Yep. Vampires love their fairies. So this is Browner. Somersaults work pretty well against him. Browner has a lot of attacks, some of which you may not even see depending on how you fight him. I tried to take where I would use a diverse amount of attacks against him. Holy Cross obviously works well against him too. Although sometimes, yeah, he has the speed attack that Cornell did. Although sometimes he will also do a special attack with his knife. Ooh. It's a double-bladed sword that also acts as a boomerang, and you could throw it back.
I want it.
And that leaves him stunned for a couple seconds.
I'm a little disappointed. He doesn't have much going on here. Like, variety of attacks, but... Oh,
Well, I mean, we're going to rip off his wings. Maybe that'll force him to change up his attacks. There we go. Now he's being a bit more aggressive.
Oh, there's going to be a copay for that one.
Yeah, I hope he gets some, worker safety insurance. Maybe at least his family, will get some benefits if he dies on the job.
You're going to be out of work for at least 6 months here, buddy.
He was just a couple days short.
Damn, I was just 3 days from retirement.
Also, when you use the holy water with light magic active, you create like a Mega Man bubble shield around you.
Catch this if you can.
It's really great. Also, I like the finisher against Browner because it's just so unnecessarily brutal, even by Gabriel's standards. Like, look at this shit. Rest in peace, Browner. We'll miss you. So you'd think that was the end of Chapter 5, but we still have one more level to go.
Wygol village is safe for now. The vampires have lost one of their commanders, Brawner, and news will travel back to the Dark Lord quickly. This is a blow, but it won't take long for them to regroup. Luckily, one of the villagers has revealed to us a secret path into the demon's castle. This will lead Gabriel into the sewers, and then up into the very jaws of death. The villagers called him God's Savior, and his weapon they called Vampire Killer. Ah, Gandolfi, how that would make you smile. As for me, once my business here is done, I shall follow my friend and aid him where I can.
So let's go to the sewers. And with this game's budget, you know that this is going to be the most sewer-like of any sewer that you've seen in a video game.
I don't know. I've played all 3 Fear games.
Well, of course, this is going to be a 12th century sewer, but it's still very sewer-like.
Oh, no, they didn't have gargoyles barfing shit. 10 out of 10.
Sorry, excuse me, an 11th century sewer. And of course, I'm going to stop to refill my magic. But, no, that switch was on a timer.
Oh.
Looks like I'm going to have to cover myself in gunk.
Oh, no.
Looks like we know what the bog was full of back in Chapter 1.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
I like this guy. He seems to be like the scientist of the Brotherhood. And he's just fed up with the other shit. He was just specifically trying to give a specific report.
Personally, I can't see a Brotherhood member helping the Dark Lords. What?
Well, yeah, because remember the prophecy was that the a knight with shining armor would have to use the Lords of Shadow's power to save mankind.
Yeah.
Well, that scroll did mention that there was nothing here aside from some dusty old bones. Well, there they are.
Hi, guys.
You know, I'm sure they're just here for scenery decoration.
Yeah, it's set decoration. Don't worry about it. We're just massing out the level with bones.
Anyway, let's go over to this lever here.
Alright. Okay, you're halfway through the game, you've earned a little tension breaker.
Yep. These enemies, I kid you not, are called skeleton warriors.
Really?
Yes. So skeleton warriors have a gimmick where their bones break apart on the ground after a certain amount. You have to use the LTY attack with the Dark Gauntlet to finish them off. Otherwise, they will reform. There's also a whole thing with their shields, similar to the animated armor. Oh yeah, also they can do like a tornado spin attack.
Okay, everything about this was realistic before the tornado attack.
Yeah. You know, because as we all know, Jason and the Argonauts was a documentary.
Harry Hewson.
But yeah, their shields work similar to the animated armor shields. It'll tank damage for them, etc. It's something to do with you can break their shields. I don't really do it during this fight, but we'll do that later on with other skeleton warriors. There's also another more powerful variant of the skeleton warriors that really only show up during the DLC, but we'll see some of that later on. I used to really hate the skeleton warriors in my first playthrough. Oh yeah, holy water is decent, but not great against them. But I've come to appreciate them as an enemy type. I still hate the animated armor though.
I mean, they're a Castlevania, what's the word I'm looking for here?
They're a staple of the franchise.
Yeah.
They're and I wouldn't say poorly implemented in this game, but it's sort of mediocre, I guess. Animated armors, though, they're terrible. I don't like them at all in this game. Skeleton warriors I can live with. So before we go through that gate, there's an upgrade. You have to take that blind leap of faith over there and pass through this bog. And the reason we had to take that leap of faith is because there's one extra mechanic when crossing through the bog, which I wasn't really able to show off back in Chapter 1-3. And that is that if you stay in, like, the mud for too long, you can eventually drown. I came pretty close to drowning on that one.
Yay, dark magic!
And of course we have to go all the way back again. That was fun.
Now, is there a specific path you have to take?
Yeah, because there's the poisonous fog on the other side.
Ah, gotcha.
And now this whole area is covered in poisonous fog. You have to use the speed shoes to take a massive jump over there. And I almost always mess that up.
Ew.
Yeah, thanks for telling us. Thanks for telling us about how to defeat the skeleton warriors after I've already beaten all of the skeleton warriors in this level. Really helpful there, game.
The amazing comedic cutscene ruined by brother Internet Explorer over there.
Well, that wasn't good. I probably shouldn't have done that. And it didn't even work.
Whoops.
Well, there was a bag of daggers over there. I guess maybe I should hit the switch with a dagger, maybe? Well, that kind of worked. I guess maybe I need to give the dagger a bit more punch.
Ooh.
So there, that's how you solve that puzzle.
That constitutes a puzzle?
Yeah. Yeah, this game has a very strange idea of what constitutes puzzles sometimes. And, wouldn't you believe it, this is the end of the level already. And the end of the chapter.
So it ends on climbing up the backside of the outhouse, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. And I think the only reason it ends there is because in the Xbox 360 version of this game, this is where you would switch discs.
Oh, yeah, it was double disc.
It was double disc on 360. On PS3, because it was on a 50 gigabyte Blu-ray, they could put it all on one disc. Also, now we could do the LT plus Y in midair. That's the avalanche punch. So, next time, we're going to go through Chapter 6. We're going to look at all the trials from Chapter 5, as well as a couple of upgrades that we could only get with the stake upgrade from before. So that's going to be fun.
Perfect. We're moving right along.
These are the tales of the skeleton warriors.